Okay, so I know I promised a decent guide, and trust me, it is on the way. However, this morning, for whatever reason, I decided to play some on the official server and stress test the grow guide on official rates. The player pop was 14 out of 100, and I would have joined the server with more activity if there was one. It is what it is, so I just hopped in and started growing my Raptor. I made my way to the designated area according to where I spawned. See the previous video if you need context on that. And to my shock, there was just no AI anywhere to be found. No matter how many burrows I dug up or how much I ran around, there was just nothing. Now, I never starve out, as I simply don't give up and I always keep looking. But I ran into the hard limit of zero availability. It actually came to a point where my tiny bean of a raptor decided to throw hands with a fully grown triceratops out of sheer desperation. Now I know there's no way of me beating this titan in the time span provided, never mind me being a toddler at best.
And this world ain't right, won't accept it. Negative energy, I expect it. Once it's in your mind, it's infectious. So fight for your life and reject it. You better give me space, I'm protective. My adrenaline spikes when I'm threatened. And if you stay in my way, I'm aggressive. Cause when there's no exit, I'll kill when I'm desperate. When there's no exit, I'll kill when I'm desperate.
So with this situation occurring, I decided to make a plan B video and show you guys the alternative way to grow, and all I can say is Dundee made me do it. His stance is that carnivores should struggle to find food and not have it easy, which is quite the contrast to when you are a herbivore and have so much food available that you can choose from a wide selection and variety, and that kinda annoys me to this day. So he might think that this method has been patched, has been fixed, but the truth is it still works and it was simply no longer worth the effort. It was too time consuming. However, with him wasting my time, I decided to waste some more in an effort to secure a growth on a carnivore. So this is basically the plan. If there is no food, you create it, and that is exactly what we will do. So basically, the best spot to do this is on South Beach, near the swamp. You want to spawn in as a stego, as it's on Raptor's diet. So if you're trying to do this with another carnivore, make sure you take a big herbivore that is on your diet. You're gonna want to throw yourself off this rock here. Like, you probably have to jump twice. I like to do it in 2 jumps so that I don't break my leg and have a miserable existence. This is a faster way to die. And once you do that, you're gonna have to do something tricky. You're gonna have to spawn in your carnivore until you get to the spawn really close. Now, in my case, I got lucky. I got spawned south of South Plains, which is relatively close to this location. So I could just run here. Now, if you don't get the spawn that you really want, what my advice is that you drown yourself. It's the most effective way to get a fast respawn. If you break your leg while jumping off a cliff, it's just gonna take forever to actually die because you're just, you're crippled. My advice is you first spend all your stamina. If you can jump, then spam your jump button. If you can't, then just spam your alt bites. Or if you have an ability that uses a lot of stamina, use it. Just get to 0 stamina and walk to that water. It's the fastest way to get a respawn going if you don't like the way you spawned in. You keep doing this until you get the spawn you want. As I said, in my case, I got the south spawn. So I'm just gonna sprint over the beach and get to my buddy. Now here's the following thing you want to do when you reach it. First, realize what nutrients you really need. In my case, this body is Lion's diet, so I really want a triple dot S. However, I need to start somewhere, so at first we're just gonna pick the Lion's out and get a boost out of that. So you open up the body and then extract the organs. You can do a smell to see if it's open, and in my case, That's his stomach. I'm like, you know what, that's triple dot. I'll take it. Make sure you stop eating when you fill it up, so that you don't overeat too much. Then you just grab the next organ. Don't be too picky at this stage, because a closed carcass is kind of like a fridge, you know, anything you didn't pull out is gonna last longer. So I'm just gonna go for the dots and for the lines. Now, the location I chose is specifically chosen for a reason. I'm gonna overeat on the body, so that I can vomit and empty my stomach. Now here I got a little growth tick working against me, but you just keep eating right through that and eventually you will vomit. There we go. So now I'm gonna extract the heart. At least that's the organ I'm looking for. Yeah, that's the heart. And I'm gonna extract the lungs. And I do this because I am afraid that the AI birds will destroy the stego body. So if I come back, then I'll have it. Now let's bring the heart with us and we run around the corner here. Over here is a salt rock. And we're simply going to abuse the way the game works. Just gonna drop the heart somewhere around here. Let's not drop it on top of gastroliths, because I hate having to pick it up in gastroliths. Fix ourselves. Grab the hearts. Oh, there it is. And then we just eat that. Now we're able to get more growth than before. This is way faster than gastroliths. It's like the older method of doing things. It's the illegal method of doing things. Bring the heart with us, and we go back and we try to get some more food going. Now in the past we would use to vomit multiple times to achieve 300%. But honestly, with the AI birds desecrating corpses, I wouldn't risk it. So here I'm just gonna fill up on the lines. I'm noticing that I am able to probably reach the max growth rate at this point. And I'm curious what we got. It was quite solid. 265. Now I'm gonna tell you one thing, that is astronomically high. I'm happy with that, so we're gonna go get some water. Now, after this, you just want to try to keep topping off the organs, eat the organs first. And once that goes, you just want to be eating from the body directly until that goes. And you will probably be a subadult by the time that body goes, and this method of growing is time consuming to set it up. But once you've got it going, you're 100% gonna grow. You will probably make it to full adult from subadult after that, because your stomach is full, your water is full, your nutrients are so high. It's a really good way to go about it. Anyway, this was just a quick Plan B video for the Grow Guide. I felt like including it because it's a solid alternative. And I'll see you guys in the next one for desync. And it's gonna be a fun video, so see you guys there.